What's good? What's cracking? It's your girl, Taquise Jones, aka Killer Queen T, aka Blackout T, aka I'm about to eat this piece of ice. Oh my goodness. Filler. So, back to, I guess, breaking the system. Because I have nothing else to do besides break the system. So, and because nobody voted, because my videos probably aren't getting viewed, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. So we're gonna go to Melvina's place, the therapy, just to get it over with. We're going to its chairs. Cockadoo, cockadoo. She is eating her finger. Her nose is running. I mean, she is fucking eating her finger. It's bleeding. Cockadoo. This fucking cockadoo get on my nerve. I ain't gonna stunt. That damn clock. She all humped over in the chair. I finally left my job after all these years. I should have done it sooner. The truth is, hold on, y'all. I had too many distractions. I should have done it sooner. The truth is, I've always wanted to do something related with the arts. But instead of fighting for it, I told myself, you're a dreamer. You die of hunger. Without really realizing it, I became a devoid, a zombie. She's just sitting there listening. Don't you think the system is built to deceive us? It slowly takes you away from your dreams and turns you into a gear, making you believe you need the rest of the machine to function. Where'd she go? She was in the chair. Okay, she was in the chair. Like, I gotta make sure she was. I gotta go back. Like, what the fuck is she? Oh, he looking at another. I understand, Edward. What happened next? My mother left home when I was a child. After hearing nothing from her for years, the notary called me. She had died. She left me her own flat and a large amount of money. Thanks to that, I can start worrying about money and dedicate myself to my true vocation. That place was amazing. And in the back of the room was a wheelchair where she breathed her last breath of life. Boy, you better not sit in that chair. Shit, she was scared the last day of her life. I swear to God, she was. Swear to God. A few days later, I finished the move. When I reached my door, I met my next door neighbor. Another old lady. Ah, you must be Annie's son. What happened to your face, girl? I'm Marjorie. Nice to meet you. And then they go zoom in on the messed up part. Wait a minute. Okay, because they zoomed in on it, so they want us to remember that. We talked for a while. She told me she was a close friend of my mother. Inseparable, she said, to the point where she offered to take care of her when she became ill. But the disease attacked fast, and in a few days, it consumed her life. Margaret invited me to visit someday so we could talk some more. After saying goodbye, she continued with what she called nightly rounds of the neighborhood. I don't know, something funny about this lady. Something is funny about this little old lady. That night, Edward! Click. No, I'm sorry. You hear random ass voices in your damn house. You don't get up to go investigate. You get up and lock your fucking door. The fuck? You like Taquise, really? You not gonna go? No, I'm not going to investigate. And I remember having moved the chair, and I screamed. I looked around the room, but there seemed to be no one. And the same for the rest of the flat. Nothing out of the ordinary. The next morning, I was working in the storage room. I was so impatient to start my own art studio. I was dying to begin a new painting, one that would represent the turn I've taken in my life. First, though, I organized my materials in some drawers. Okay, did we just find a diary? By the name on the cover, it seemed to have belonged to my mother. It was full of writing. There were descriptions of situations and characters. Some of it seemed to be narrative passages. Has she been a writer? Flipping through the pages, I was surprised to see my name. When I write about this character, I can't avoid thinking about Edward. The truth is, I miss him, but my own shame has prevented me from being closer to him. About what was she so embarrassed? Why has she never wanted to meet me? Then I found something between the pages. It was a picture. My mother and Margaret were in it. I told you it was something fishy about this other lady. It looked like they had been good friends. When I thought I felt everything, when nothing seemed to have a new favor, you came into my life, Margaret. Taquise, did you say that Margaret probably killed Annie? Yes. I ain't read the story, so I don't know. But at this point, yes. Am I saying that it's probably Margaret that's coming in the crib, stalking scaring Edward? Yes. Because of what? Come on, she has the key to the flat. Edward. And this nigga just, again, that voice. The same voice I've heard the first night. I could hear it from the other side of the room. And plus, wait a minute, the man don't know his mama, so he ain't never heard her voice. So how to make it make sense? I can hear it from the other side of the door. Nigga, don't open that door. Don't open that door. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna ask. But for real, this is real good. I feel like if you see a ghost, you should not be all aggressive with it, because maybe the ghost want to just tell you some shit. I don't know. I'll be trying to get some lottery notes from ghosts. Edward! Bitch, why you so aggressive? That's the first question. Calm down. You aggressive for no fucking reason. You left me. If anything, I'm the one that should be in this bitch screaming. Boom. What the hell had I just seen? For some reason, that woman reminded me of my mother. How? And what green planet? When I opened the door, that awful presence had disappeared. The next day, I accepted Margaret's invitation and I paid her a visit. I was afraid I was going crazy. I thought maybe learning more about my mother would give me an explanation from what I seen. Annie and I were successful. Do you know how hard it is for a woman to get something like that? You can't know because you're a man. We both fought for our dreams, and although it's hard to believe, I managed to become an actress. See, that really make me think she killed Annie. Just because if you see her face, you would know she ain't acting right now. She ain't acting. As a child, I was mistreated by my father. He said that I wasn't worth anything. When I ran away from home, I wanted to prove that it was not true, that I could achieve what I wanted. I starred in 2 films. In the second, I met a man who loved me. But one day, my love threw boiling oil in my face, and I never acted again. But you didn't come here to hear my life, to listen to my life story. Annie died in a matter of days. Her state deteriorated until she couldn't look after herself. I took care of her as best as I could. But in the end, she lost her mantle. She even bit her own fingers. Everything happened so fast. She began to suffer from hallucinations, especially at night. They kept her from resting. She insisted that someone was yelling her name over and over again. Really? So you mean to tell me that you really finna let that bullshit keep you up? Somebody yelling your name. That shit will not keep me up. I swear to God. Miss me on that one. I was speechless, terrified. I had experienced what Margaret just explained. Was I beginning to suffer the same symptoms as my mother? And watch this goofy don't get no motherfucking help. Watch this motherfucker don't have nobody. Look, we gonna screw out this motherfucking house down. Brick by motherfucking brick. Make sure ain't nobody here. Come in this house and pray. Put that holy water over there. Make sure ain't no tape quarters. Ain't nobody trying to prank me. Ain't nobody trying to set me up. Like, what is you doing? Had I inherited her illness too? Margaret said no. And so that's what the fuck you want to tell me about my mother. It's a little fishy. Sounding a little fishy. That night I continued reading the diary. But sleep was overcoming me slowly. Really, bitch? So you want to stay up to read the diary, but all of a sudden now you sleepy, but yet just wait for the fucking bitch to start calling your name. Then start reading the fucking diary. Damn, it ain't that hard. I was about to fall asleep when something caught my attention. What? What did it say? I'm pretty sure that my illness began when a damn wheelchair appeared at home. Whatever did it come from? Nothing makes sense. I shouldn't have sat in it. It weakened me. And now that it's got me, it won't let me rise again. Creak. 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 At that moment, I knew I had to get rid of that chair as soon as possible. But if it's a ghost in the chair, you can't just get rid of the ghost because then the ghost will start attacking the house. Damn, be smart. Is that how ghosts work? I'm not sure. Oh shit, the chair's trying to come in the motherfucking house. But I'm telling you, it's the old bitch. She got this rich shit rigged. She pushed that chair up there. She wants this man to go crazy. I don't know what her and Annie did together, but her dream got shattered and somehow Annie was able to be there for her. I don't know. The whole situation began to really scare me. I knew I had to get away from it if I didn't want to end up like my mother. So that night, I took it outside and left it next to the dumpster. That's not the move, my mans. Ghosts do not... It's a part of the fucking house. It's gonna reappear. But I couldn't sleep. I was worried about too many things. Really? Sleep like a fucking baby. Could I have to develop some mental illness? That I might make a mistake leaving everything to follow my ambitions? And the worrying part? The wheelchair came back. Duh! It's a ghost attached to the chair. I tried to get rid of it again and again. But the chair always came back to that very place. Like it never moved. Days passed, and I was getting more tired. Its very presence exhausted me. Whenever I touched it, I felt my energy drained in seconds. Until the day I lost control. Thunk. Cuck. Oh my God, he just... Oh! Edward, sit here. No, don't sit in the chair. Do you not sit in that chair, my man? Sit on your mother's warm lap. Ah! Margaret came to see me when she heard my screams through the wall. She advised, how she get in the house though? Do she got a key? Or did you let her in? Because it seemed like she just came in. So that bitch got a key. Now, I mean, he just took an axe to the damn chair and the chair started bleeding. So the chair has a ghost. The ghost is real. It's not Margaret. Even though I'm not going to stun. I'll get a fucking chair of Margaret on some petty shit. She advised me to go to a therapist, but quickly diverted the conversation to something less constructive. She began talking about how men aren't used to suffering, that our adventures in the world are double-edged sword, making us weaker people, collapsing easy. It annoyed me that she was minimizing what actually happened to me with a speech as out of place as that. I should have stopped listening to her. The clock chimed, and I switched my focus to it. Clap. It's a surprise. I was surprised that a cuckoo bird had not appeared from within. I looked inside and saw something at the bottom. A crumpled piece of paper was blocking the cuckoo mechanism. When I unfolded it, I discovered the terrible truth. I knew it. I called it. Now, why? What was the reason? Because I knew Margaret was a killer. But what was the reason? What did Annie do that make Mark kill her? And is she about to kill him? Edward, what is that paper? Nothing. It looks like the clock's instructions. Now, nigga, if you end up dead, I'm going to be a little upset with you. I thought to go to the police with that note. But my family had told me her death was caused by Guillain-Barré syndrome, so she couldn't have been murdered. Moreover, at the end, she had lost her mind. Whatever shit really could have been another delusion. But I have the feeling there's something more, and I need to find out what it is. I'm sure you want to deep dive into this. Also, there is the issue with the chair and the hallucinations. I thought about moving, but I'm afraid that I discovered the problem is inside me, and sorry, everything's falling apart. I couldn't even start painting. I've been an idealist. I wanted to live my dream, but I awakened from that fantasy, and the reality is so different. Sigh. I see. Your conclusion is you have been capricious idealist for pursuing your ambitions, and now are paying for it. But because people who count the days until the weekend, who juggle their vacation days to link to holidays so they can feel some sense of freedom, they are the ones who don't live in fantasy. They are the realists. You already know that I don't think that because I wouldn't have left everything. Eric, do you know what's happening? You're not listening to yourself. That self-imposed discourage mocking those who bet on their dreams remains deep within, fighting against opposite feelings. A confrontation that is a swarm of insecurities and constant stress. In order to become realistic, you spend a lot of your life pretending to be another class of person. And that has not made you strong, but weak. We all have an inner child asking us to listen. But if you don't, you run the risk of killing him. Why don't you want to eat? Do it at once. And when that happens, when you kill that child, is when you start dehumanizing yourself. I have other things to do, I'm not here to serve the master. You have to drink. Are you looking for reasons to cry? Is that what you want? Smack. Cry, smack. Damn. When I got pregnant, you promised me you would help me to continue my career. That this would be temporary. But you're a fucking liar. You have me here as a maid while you enjoy the life I worked so hard to get. Margaret, you're insane. You hurt him. He has bruises all over his damn body. What kind of mother are you? You're not the stellar father you think you are if it took you that long to notice. But of course, you were too busy sleeping with other actresses to even care for your own child. Fucking bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? If you put a hand on him again, I swear I'll beat you to death. Do you hear me? To death. Kill me if you want. But I will not let more men step on my life as if it were worth nothing. Damn. So she was beating the kid and daddy was beating her. So Margaret killed her because this bitch was low-key mental. And that little monster would be the first to learn, the first to learn it. Foo. Oh shit, he just burned her face. Oh my God. So what Margaret not telling us? So is Margaret the mama? Because I really think that Margaret is the mama. And that Annie took Margaret baby because she was beating on him. And that's why the dad, she wasn't acting no more because he slept. So you misbehaved and he threw you out of the house. I knew that time would give me a reason. And you come calling home with your father. You was always capricious and useless, Margaret. Oh my God, what the fuck? She just threw up a baby. Is she pregnant? Like, what the fuck is going on? She just hopped up. I'm gonna move, Melvin. If everything started when I arrive, maybe then when I leave. But before I need to do something. I'll wait for Margaret to go out on one of her nonchalant rounds. Slam. Our balconies are connected by a small bridge to aid escape in case of fire. Because I'm not gonna stunt. That's how it's looking. It's looking like Margaret had a baby after she did her 2 shows. And the husband was leaving her at home, and she was beating on the baby, and the husband burnt her face. But what happened to the baby? So did Annie take the baby, and then Margaret killed Annie because she didn't help. She took her kid from her, so she couldn't beat it. And okay, let's see. If she really was responsible for my mother's death, the evidence could be in her apartment. I could do it before I leave, or I will never. I need to do it before I leave, or I will never know what actually happened. Then let's find out. Okay, you're going to be climbing over. We over, clank, creak. We ain't looking at pictures. We using our phone light. I'm to the smarts. Tap, 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 creak. Okay, looking at pictures. What the hell is this? Oh my gosh, I knew she was there. She stabbed him in the back. Oh, she didn't stab him. I had finally stopped feeling lonely. I had found someone who loved me, but you took her away from me. After my father died, I swore to myself that no man would ever control my life again. But then you damn spoiled child, you took what I loved most. Did you really think I wouldn't notice Annie left you, you stupid boy? You're a lousy liar. What? I'm so confused. Okay. So she seen the note that Annie left her, saying that she was the killer. But I'm saying, so you just want to murder him? Raz, okay, yeah, throw this bitch off you, thud. Like, what's the purpose? It's crack, baby. And she stabbed him in the shoulder. I knew it. It's raining. The chair, oh my goodness. It's right there. No. Graham. Yeah. The front door. You should have been tried the fucking front door. This nigga tried to go out the way he came in. Nigga, you live next door. Why you didn't go out the front door in the first place? No, fuck, it's locked. He losing his vision. Ah, nigga, please don't fall in the chair. Bump. He just fell. I'm losing too much blood. I can't faint now. I need to get out of here. You my nigga really do. Edward, do you know what the worst part of old age is? Seeing yourself pushed into the background of society as an ancient object that no one wants around. But my loneliness disappeared when I met Annie. Although our histories were different, we had both suffered the rejection and concept of society made for man. We felt an absolute connection, something I never thought would happen to me again, until one day she got sick. Now what the fuck does this got to do with him? Bum. When she could no longer stand, when she began to lose her speech, she thought of you again. She wanted to see you. Then I knew that Annie no longer loved me. She was leaving me behind to be with you. I couldn't stand it. So I had to lock her up in her apartment. Really? She did her best to leave you a last message, and I got rid of all of them. Benny was always creative and managed to hide one that she would find after living in her flat for a while. But what you know now no longer matters. I have nothing to lose, but you do. And you know how painful the reality is. It's over. Why? No! Smash. So they said somehow he managed to push her all the way over to his balcony into the chair. And she landed in that chair. Boom. Ah! We all have a chair. One that follows us all our lives, hoping that someday we sit down and we cannot get up again. Perhaps a chronic illness will make you fall into it, but we must face that old age will do it someday. In my case, I could see it when I wanted to break through in a world that had made me believe that I could not reach my dreams. When I felt that everything was lost, when the face of despair pushed me to end up also sending mine, I realized something. Reality is not immutable. Okay, he back to painting. Reality is that which you paint yourself. Okay. That little by little ends up becoming real. Okay. We got another chapter? That wasn't it? I'm gonna feel like that wasn't it? Okay. Don't you think the system is built to deceive us? A few weeks earlier. It slowly takes you away from your dreams. And it turns you into a gear, making you believe you need the rest of the machine to function. Psst. This is the sound of a cliff. You can hear its melody from the depths of an abyss. A feeling so solemn you cannot speak, you cannot process, you can only listen. Tap, tap, tap. Tap. Oh my gosh, she got a needle. She giving him drugs. This is the sound of the cliff. She giving him drugs. She just shot him up with something. You can hear his melody from the depth of the abyss. Is she taking his blood? She gave this man crack. Fuck. Crash. What are you doing here? No, you're wrong again. My hour has not come. Oh, her chair showed up. The story. Melvinas Therapy Chairs is a story about those brave souls who decide to make their own way in life and not to follow the path society has chosen for them. A different journey against a world that rejects and punishes those who are different. Eric has accepted society's discourage for many years. Living from art is impossible. Pursuing your dreams is idealistic, and you have to be grateful for having a job, even if it doesn't fulfill you. When he received the inheritance from his mother, he had everything to get it. Everything but the most important thing. He didn't believe in himself. Eric had accepted what realistic people had told him for many years. He would need to break the shell that encompassed his world if he wanted to be truly born and reach his goals. Yep. The blackbird. Margaret was very much like Edward, a bird who wanted to fly into her dreams. But the constant abuse by her father, her partner, and a society who discharges women ceased her to develop an emotional disorder and a general rejection toward man. Little by little, she became a blackboard full of rage, which she would end up pouring on her own son in the same manner that her father did to her, with physical abuse. That's what I said. Are you looking for reasons to cry? Is that what you want? After being evicted from her home, losing her career forever, she had to return to her father's home, who humiliated her until the last of his days. The world of Margaret was dark and lonely until the day she met Annie, who lit her life again. She believed that she could be happy again with her, that her dark past would disappear as if it never happened. That's not how that worked, baby. But the scar on her face started waking up her demons once more. Feeling betrayed by Annie, she decided to lock her in her apartment and let her die alone without the possibility of seeing her son again. The wheelchair. The wheelchair is a symbolic element. It is wherever it reflects his fears, born of his lack of self-confidence, of his mother's illness, and the possibility of ending up like her. Everybody sit here. The wheelchair represents the end of your motivations and dreams, the end of your life where you finally surrender. It can only be seen by those who seem to be near the end. So does that mean that Melvin is near the end? Because she's seen her chair too. And he saw it when she started to get sick. Edward also saw it when he was in conflict with himself, as he almost fell prey to depression. Finally, Margaret fell on it, surrendering herself, and so the black bird was no more. Edward's study is inspired by the video game Layers of Fear. The sentence about the chick in the shell, which we can read in Annie's diary, is a new version of the quote from Kino's Ikuhara's anime Shigo and Hyman's Hissy's book Demon. Okay. Red Bunny 97. Okay, we good. So like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get a nice video intro. I might not even have to. What's the point? Y'all know. Y'all know. 6 videos a day. Pop like, drop it. I will say, tell me what you like about me. Hit that like button. Watch this video. Turn those notifications on. Trying to figure it out. I got this. I got the people. So where you at? Questions just.